How did one family from a crowded German ghetto become richer than kings, financing empires and shaping the course of history for over 200 years? This isn't a conspiracy theory. It's the incredible true story of the Rothschilds, and it's a masterclass in wealth, power, and strategy. Welcome to Wealth Chronicle, where we uncover the secrets of the world's most influential financial dynasties. Our story begins in the 18th century, in the cramped Jewish ghetto of Frankfurt. Here, a man named Meyer Amschel Rothschild started a small business dealing in rare coins and antiques. His house was marked by a red shield, or Zum Rodenschild in German, and that's how the Rothschild name was born. Living under strict restrictions, Meyer and his community couldn't own land or enter many professions. This forced them to master the one thing they could control: money. Meyer became a brilliant financier, learning how to make capital work for him in innovative ways. But Meyer's true genius wasn't just in making money, it was in his vision for the future. He had 5 sons, and he saw them not just as his heirs, but as his 5 arrows. He sent each son to a major European financial capital. Amschel stayed in Frankfurt, Salomon went to Vienna, Nathan to London, Karl to Naples, and James to Paris. This wasn't just a family business, it was the world's first multinational bank. The 5 brothers, connected by a private courier system, could move money, share information, and coordinate operations across borders faster and more efficiently than any government or rival. Then came the Napoleonic Wars, a period of continent-wide conflict that created unprecedented demand for cash. Armies needed to be paid, supplied, and equipped. While nations bankrupted themselves fighting, the Rothschilds saw a golden opportunity. They cleverly financed multiple sides of the conflict, creating a sophisticated system to transfer funds across enemy lines. For them, it didn't matter who won the war, because they profited from the financing of it. Their network was so effective that even the British government relied on them to pay their troops fighting Napoleon. This leads us to the most legendary story of all, the Battle of Waterloo. The tale goes that Nathan Rothschild, stationed in London, knew the outcome of the battle a full 24 hours before the British government. Using a network of spies and carrier pigeons, he received news of Napoleon's defeat and went to the London Stock Exchange. Everyone watched him, expecting him to react to the battle's outcome. He started selling his British government bonds, causing others to panic and sell theirs, thinking Britain had lost. The market crashed. Then, just before the official news arrived, Nathan secretly bought up the entire market for pennies on the dollar. When the official news of victory finally broke, the market soared, and Nathan supposedly made a fortune that multiplied the family's wealth many times over. While historians debate the exact details of this story, one thing is certain: the Rothschilds' information network was their greatest asset. It was faster and more reliable than any government's, giving them an unparalleled advantage. With this immense wealth and influence, the Rothschilds became the bankers to kings and empires. In 1875, they famously loaned the British government for £1 million, a staggering sum at the time too. Purchased a critical stake in the Suez Canal, securing Britain's lifeline to India. They financed the construction of railways that crisscrossed Europe and the world. And their investments stretched from the Bank of England to the De Beers diamond mines in South Africa. They weren't just participating in the 19th century economy. They were building its very foundations. So what was the Rothschild method? They lived by a strict set of rules. First, information is power. Their private intelligence network was the key to their success. Second, maintain political neutrality, at least publicly, allowing them to work with any government that needed financing. Third, and most controversially, they kept the wealth concentrated by arranging marriages between cousins within the family. And above all, secrecy. The true extent of their wealth and operations was always a closely guarded secret, which only added to their mystique and power. Their real power wasn't just their money, it was their ability to move markets with a single word and the fact that governments across Europe depended on their loans to function. But no dynasty lasts forever. The 20th century brought immense challenges. The 2 world wars disrupted their cross-border operations, and the rise of the Nazis led to the confiscation of their assets in Austria and Germany. The world was changing. The old model of a family-run global bank was being replaced by large public corporations and state-controlled central banks. The Rothschild family adapted. They transitioned from high-stakes international finance to more discreet wealth management, mergers and acquisitions, and private advisory roles. They are still incredibly wealthy and influential today.
Oh.
But their power is far less visible and centralized than it was in their 19th century heyday. This secrecy and immense wealth have, of course, made the Rothschilds the subject of countless conspiracy theories, many of them rooted in anti-Semitic tropes. It's crucial to separate fact from fiction. The Rothschilds' influence in the 19th century was real and documented. They did finance wars and governments. They did have an incredible information network. But the idea that they are a secret cabal controlling the world today is a myth. Their real power peaked over a century ago. Modern family is a sprawling dynasty of bankers, philanthropists, and vintners, not omnipotent global puppeteers. So what is the ultimate legacy of the Rothschilds? They didn't just get rich, invented the blueprint for modern international banking. Their story is a powerful lesson in the value of information, the importance of a long-term vision, and the strategies required to build a multi-generational dynasty. They proved that in the world of finance, knowledge, speed, and connections can be more powerful than capital itself. The red shield that once marked a humble house in Frankfurt became a symbol of a financial empire that forever changed the world. Thanks for joining us on Wealth Chronicle. If you found this story as fascinating as we did, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the stories behind the world's greatest fortunes. Let us know in the comments which financial dynasty you want us to explore next.